Hello, hockey fans. Well, day 6 of this year's Stanley Cup playoffs in the books, and we had 4 more games to continue this crazy annual madness, and they were all pretty damn interesting. So, let's not waste any time. Let's get to it. The one thing I don't like about this is this result is going to convince people that the Florida Panthers are legit. They are not. Yeah. Defending Stanley Cup champions. Yeah. We know. Never mind the fact that they had the easiest road there. Okay, they beat Tampa. They beat Tampa last year, and they were completely shattered. They beat Boston because everybody does, and they needed the refs to beat the Rangers, and they beat Edmonton because everybody does. But this team is not for real. They're not. Tampa is still broken, and so yeah, they're going to use this to say Florida's legit. But I will say this: even though I'm pulling for Tampa to win this series, I picked Tampa to win this series. There is one side benefit to this that I have to laugh at, being a fan of this. Kucherov, only 1 point still in 2 games. But remember, this is the guy who should be MVP or McKinnon. And I know playoffs have nothing to do with the MVP, but this is the guy they're putting on this pedestal ahead of McKinnon. They're kidding, right? Well, Sens, at least you made it. At least you made it interesting too. But it's done. It's over. It is over. Toronto, you know what's amazing? Like I said before, Ottawa swept the season series, but even that isn't enough. I mean, yes, there's a difference between the regular season and the playoffs, but you would think that some regular season momentum, would lead to something. Not in the case of Sanders. Toronto remains their boogeyman. Amazing. Pardon. They just have the Senators number when it counts, and it continues here. Another overtime win. It only took 79 seconds, and they got it done. Now Saturday could be it. We could see the brooms come out. Though I don't know. I would think that the Sens would give their home fans one bit of happiness before they go to Toronto to get finished off. But yeah, Toronto, they're just prepared to go to Florida right now. Well, they would host the series, but they'll be playing in about 2 or 3 games in Florida. They're just prepared for that trip. There's big trouble in Sin City. So, the Vegas Golden Knights got mollywopped in the state of hockey, and now they find themselves down 2-1. And they're still going to be in Minnesota. This is wild. And no, that's not a pun. But Minnesota really does have a real chance to knock Vegas out. Wouldn't that be something? If this happens, if this happens, Vegas will have not won any playoff series since winning the Stanley Cup in 2023. Even worse, they'll have lost to a Minnesota team that's put together by Scotch tape because they've been banged up all the hell. And so, yeah, it's going to make things very, very interesting. In that Pacific bracket, especially since with this result, there's a good chance that the Kings and Oilers are basically playing for home ice in round 2. Well, the plot thickens. The scene shifts to St. Louis, and the goals come in, and Hellebuck comes out. He gave up 6 of those goals. So yeah, so that's another year where he's given. That's another year where Hellebuck has given up 6 goals in a game, and all of a sudden, we actually have a series, possibly. Even crazier, Cam Fowler, 5 points, goal, 4 helpers. Will they do this again in Game 4? We don't know. But the Blues seem to be awake, and all I know is things are going to get interesting in this series. It's now 2-1, and with this win, here's a humorous note. Edmonton's the only team in the western half of the playoffs that hasn't won a game. And, yeah, so that's all that took place in the in tonight's action. Let's talk about the next day. Tomorrow night will be 1 week into this year's playoffs, and for this day, we have three more games for you. Uh, all in series that are 2-0. It's a lot of 2-0s this so far. But yeah, first off, in the Metro, the series that shifts to Montreal, the Capitals and Canadiens, Game 3, caps up 2-0 in that. That's at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. Then an hour later, we have the other series in the Metro, the Hurricanes and Devils in New Jersey. Game 3 at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Carolina's up 2-0 in that. And then at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, it's Game 3 between the Kings and Oilers. The series shifts to Edmonton. The Kings are up 2-0 in that. So that is my recap. If you like this video, click the like button. If you're on YouTube, click subscribe. If you want more, if you're on TikTok and Instagram, feel free to hit that follow button. I'll be back this time tomorrow night for a recap of tomorrow's 3-game action. So stay tuned.